How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes, and for this video I'm standing right in front of the 2023 Subaru Legacy Touring XT. I'm going to do a full review of this video, and if it's ready, it's going to be ready up in this link in the corner. So check that video out if you want to hear my overall rating of the performance, the exterior design, interior, the technology, and overall driving experience. But for this one, I'm just going to give you a quick tour around this vehicle and tell you what it's all about. Now for 2023, the Subaru Legacy has undergone a facelift, so you can see that the grille is a little bit bigger compared to last year. The headlights on this model has been revised slightly to fit the new grille, and what I like here is that those headlights can actually bend when you're driving around corners. And for this Touring XT model, you'll also get LED fog lights. Moving to the side, you could tell this is the Touring XT trim because of those silver mirror caps, and you get these 18-inch wheels that has been machined. And if you go around back, you could tell this is the Touring XT because of the dual exhaust. If you got the base, the premium, or the limited trim, which comes with a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine, you don't get this dual exhaust look. And design-wise, this doesn't really look like all of the other Subaru vehicles because this is missing a lot of that black cladding that you could find in the Crosstrek and the new Ascent. And from the side, this vehicle looks a lot like the Toyota Camrys and Honda Accords, and I think this will blend really well in a parking lot. But the story is different once we jump inside. Now moving inside, we have the Java Brown Nappa leather interior, and I will say that this leather feels really nice. The driver's side has a 12-way power adjustment, and the passenger side only has an 8-way power adjustment, which really isn't too bad at all. And let's jump inside. This is a good seating position. Gear shifter right here. The pedals are placed nicely. Steering wheel looks good. Comfortable 9-3 position. We've got paddle shifters back here to control the gearing of the CVT. This has heated steering wheel, which is actually on the steering wheel itself. Very nice. And since this is the Touring XT model, there is no SI drive engine management, which you will normally find here. So if you get the Legacy Sport model, that will basically give you the sport mode in this car, whereas the Touring XT, you don't have those modes. This being a Subaru, it does come with the EyeSight system. So these are 2 cameras which will give you a lot of safety features, and you could control those safety features from here. This is the adaptive cruise control, and you could change the following distance. And this is also your lane centering system, which works pretty decently well. And over in the center console, you have an 11.6 infotainment system. This is running on Subaru Starlink. I think the screen looks pretty nice, but the performance of it is a bit on the slow side, so there's some lag when you're shifting between the different screens and also the different apps. And here you could see that the HVAC controls have all been integrated. It's all on this touchscreen, but the more important features like the temperature controls and also the front and rear defroster and the tuning and volume dials are all physical buttons in this car, which is really nice. And if you look down here, you have the USB plugs. There's no wireless charger here, but if you want to get that as an option, it will basically slot in over here. And you have the parking brake and the button to control the camera views. And here you have the transmission. This is only a continuously variable transmission, or a CVT. I have more to say on this in my full review, but for now, I'll just say that this is not a bad automatic transmission. And as long as you use the paddle shifters, you could still have a little bit of fun on the back roads. And down here, you've got 2 cup holders. And then back here, you've got your armrest. This has 2 different compartments, a smaller one for your loose change, and then another one which reveals a CD player. So yeah, this is one of those cars that has a CD player, which is more and more rare nowadays. And then looking ahead, you've got a traditional physical gauge cluster with a smaller screen on the center. This doesn't look too bad, but other car companies have started implementing fully digital instrument clusters, and they just look a little bit better. So hopefully Subaru will do something similar in the near future. Another feature of this model is that it has a power moonroof. And if you look at the second row, there's a lot of room back there. I think 3 passengers will sit pretty comfortably. There's over 39 inches of legroom. And if you look in the back seat, the center console has those vents USB connections, and also outboard heated seats. Let's take a look at the trunk. And back here you have 15.1 cubic feet of space. That's not as big as other mid-size sedans, but I think it's pretty decent. And I also like that the entrance to this trunk is fairly large, so you could fit tall and bulky items. And as for the engine, this thing has a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. That's a pretty good amount of power. So that is a quick tour of the 2023 Subaru Legacy Touring XT. If you want to see my full review, again, check the link up in that corner or down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.